I want to talk about cleansing. So cleansing is really important to do. I think it's good to do at least quarterly, every 3 months, to do a cleanse. And I think it's really good to go really deep into the cleanses in the spring and the summer, and possibly in the early fall. But more so in the spring and summer. The warmer months, because as you start really eating really clean foods and cutting back on the amount you're eating itself, you're going to get cold. So that clearly you want to ideally do it in the summer. Also try to do it around a period where there's not a lot of like barbecues or weddings and all that good stuff. So try to make sure like you get 2 weeks, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, where you know like there's no events that you're going to go to and have to be awkwardly not eating any of the food because you're on a cleanse. Okay? So, cleanse tips. I want to give you a few advice tips. I think a basic cleanse is to do a whole foods diet, meaning no processed foods at all. Not at all. Most people, this is going to be plenty, and it's all. And just doing this is going to actually make you feel really, really good. So essentially, you're eating, mostly raw fruits, vegetables, but whole foods. You can cook whatever you want. So you can make rice, beans. Try to eat brown rice or quinoa, like the more complex starches. Proteins on a whole foods diet are technically okay, like fish, chicken, whatever. If you're on any sort of cleanse, don't do any. I would cut back on the proteins though, like really cut back. And also any cleanse, no dairy at all, because it's mucus forming. It's like the anti-cleanse is to eat processed foods or dairy. And if you're doing a cleanse and cutting out processed food, which is like the breads and the chips and the bagels and I still eat like things like hummus, which it's technically processed, but it's not really that big of a deal. I would just make sure it's like the ingredients are very natural, not like all these weird chemicals, and also I would cut out the gluten because it's extremely inflammatory. I know a lot of people that have had health problems, like really bad health problems, including myself, and I cut out a lot of things, but particularly the gluten, which is like the gluey substance in wheat. This substance inflames your body, inflames your organs. So does the dairy. So if you're doing a cleanse, in general I would cut them out, but if you're doing a cleanse, don't do them. So I want to talk a little bit about more advanced cleanses. So, fresh juicing. So you have like a Jack LaLanne juicer, or you invest in a nicer juicer. You buy celery, carrots, ginger, and lemon is a nice base juice, and then you can start adding more greens. But you really need a good juicer to start adding more greens, like kale and stuff, or spinach, or cilantro is really good. But you need a better juicer than the Jack LaLanne. When I say Jack LaLanne, I'm talking centrifugal. It's the high-powered, sounds like a jet engine juicer. The really good juicers are masticating. They slowly crush it, and it doesn't oxidize, which means you can actually store the juice and they last longer and preserves more nutrients. So, if you're doing this more advanced cleanse, first you start the day, you cut out any stimulants like coffee. Start the day with a nice big glass of lemon water. You want to brush your teeth so the acid doesn't stay in your teeth. Then, whenever you start to get hungry, you have your juice. And then, so that's like breakfast. And then, for lunch, you have maybe like some almond butter, or almonds, or some fresh nuts with fruit, or you have a smoothie. I really, especially in the summer, smoothies are great. Add in all your favorite ingredients. Try to make them as fresh as possible, and then with some nuts to give you some substance, so you don't get too edgy and too hungry. And then come dinner, you can have some cooked veggies, or a big salad, like a huge salad with a big thing of brown rice and hummus and pumpkin seeds, or you can do at this level of cleanse, you don't want any proteins, because proteins are they're hard on the digestive system, and they're slightly acid to the body. So you want your organs to really rest. So you want to be eating mostly fruits and veggies. The main substance is the nuts and the seeds. And if you really want some protein, eat some eggs. But try to even avoid that. And that's it. You do that for a couple days. Maybe if you can string a few weeks of doing that together, you will feel so good. It's beyond words. Beyond words, the amount of energy that's going to wake up in you, your creativity, your mind fog will lift. It's truly amazing. So, if you want help with this, support or advice on what foods to eat, because I have an Ayurvedic background, or I have a knowledge in Ayurveda, which is a kind of an Indian yogic science. So, depending on your body type, I can tell you what foods are optimal to bring you into balance, and I can also give you support, and I can help you identify the limiting thought patterns that will keep you, that will essentially make you binge or make you feel like you can't do it, stuff like that. So this I would call kind of just holistic health coaching. So if you're interested in that, visit my website, cafeholistic.com, and yeah, I would love to help you. And as you cleanse, obviously, all the stuff you've been running from, the kind of the uncomfortable emotions, they're going to come up. So it's nice to have somebody to support you and to talk through and to help you understand that you're not going crazy, and that this is actually totally natural. This is totally completely normal to do this. So thank you for watching the video. Hopefully it was helpful. My name is Matthew Rosenberg. Please check out my website, cafeholistic.com.